You may not know this about me, but I got married at only 18 years old. Unfortunately, 8 years later, I found myself divorced, single mom with 2 little boys. When I was going through that difficult time in my life, I had a lot of really well-meaning, genuine people say to me, "Well, don't worry, Katie. Everything happens for a reason." Well, I didn't understand everything happens for a reason. I wasn't deep in my faith. I believed in God. I knew that He existed. I didn't understand Jesus or having a relationship with Him. I wasn't necessarily living my life for Him. I was really living according to my own moral standards. But I thought, well, there's a God. I know there's a God, and I know that He loves me. So why would He plan for me to go through this divorce and through this trial and through this really difficult time? It didn't seem like the loving God that I thought that He was. And so I started to study Him, and I started to read my Bible and pray because I needed to figure this out. If everything happened for a reason, what was the reason He made me suffer through this? Do you know what I discovered? We live in a broken world. We live in a world where people sin because they have free will. I once heard a pastor say that God will defend our right to free will all the way to hell. We get to make our own choices. And the reason that I was going through a divorce was because of brokenness and sin and personal choices that people made that caused me to unexpectedly be a single mom trying to get through this world raising 2 kids. It wasn't because God planned that from the beginning. I know I'll have some people argue with me, but I want you to know that I went to Him and I prayed and I said, okay, if this wasn't your plan, what do I do? And I found in the Bible where He said to trust Him, where He said He will work all things together for the good of those who love Him and who are called according to His purpose. And I knew at that time that while He allowed me to go through what I went through, He was going to work it together for my good. I want to tell you, He has done exceedingly and abundantly more in my life than I could ever imagine. I turned my life around. I really started living for Him. Over the next several years, I grew deeper and deeper in my relationship with Him. And today I have the most amazing husband who's a leader of our family, who points us to Jesus in everything that he does, who is obedient and loving and kind, and the most incredible spiritual leader I could ever imagine. I have amazing kids. Every day I wake up and I say, God, thank you. I can't even imagine that my life could be so great. And that doesn't mean I don't go through trials. I go through trials every day. I go through problems all of the time. But I know that I have a God that I trust, and a God who is working all things together. Yes, He allows us to go through trials. He is with us, and He is working them out. Somehow, some way, there will be benefit to myself or to someone from the trials that I'm going through. So I just wanted to share that story with you. I didn't think that you knew that about me. Some of you may have, but I just want to encourage you. There are a lot of trials that you can go through while we're walking on this earth. God is not some evil God who's planning and scheming to hurt you. He loves you deeply. He is with you. He wants you to trust Him, seek Him in all that you do, and He will work things out together for your good. He will. So look to Him. Think on Him, focus on Him, and not your problems. Now go let your light shine.